Hello, hello. Hello, Chris and Yantos. Hope you're both doing well. I think I'm almost ready to get started. Um, I have a lot of things I want to talk about when we get into the arena, so I'll save it for that. So, basic timeline plan for today is we have about an hour and a half-ish of setup before we begin one of my favorite parts of the game, and that'll continue on until tomorrow's session, where I think we'll do an extended session. Just so we could get basically all the rest of my favorite part of the game in between this session and next session. Then I think if everything aligns the way I think it aligns, we're gonna be in for a really rough series of boss fights on Saturday, and then my second favorite part of the game will be next Sunday. So if all goes well, it should all fit together. Some of those boss fights might spill into the Sunday, as there are a lot of boss fights coming up. And honestly, I think those boss fights were harder to me on a casual playthrough than the final boss. So it's going to be very interesting doing, I think it's 3 boss fights in one area on Chaos mode. It's going to be very interesting, because we have not been leveling. So I'm expecting a little bit of a struggle there. But in the meantime, I think what we could do is we could switch over to the game. And let's get started. So again, to recap where we're going back to the prison island because we have a vague idea about what we should be doing to stop Lord Artorias, and we're looking for Earth Pulse points. I'm gonna say I'm waiting for it. Come on, game. You could do it. There we go. So it's gonna be all sorts of fun. So I know we have at least 2 arenas coming up, so that's why I was thinking hour and a half ish. So I was figuring while we do some of those arenas, I'll just go over some mechanics. And if anybody in the chat has questions, feel free to ask. So we are all the way back here. Interesting. So we never actually left this area. I thought we did. I hope I just didn't fail to save, or I didn't load a quick save. I should have saved. No. I thought we left. I thought we stopped a little closer to town, but maybe I was mistaken. Well, anyway, time for little boy to leave this area. I mean, technically I could just leave this way, but I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything over here first. So how's the chat doing? Yeah, we'll just teleport out. That's fine. So right now we have Medusa in the party, aka Medusa, and we have to take her back to Titania, because she is one of the Hellions that we just freed, question mark? I mean, she was there willingly, so the usage of that term is a bit loose.
Hey, Eleanor, I was wondering, do you think I hurt Medusa, saying that stuff to her back there?
I suppose you might have. But I was thinking the exact same things you were. Losing a mother. It's always a tragedy. I'm glad you stepped in and stopped her.
Thanks.
That Eleanor. I swear, she feels way more responsibility for everything than she needs to. You think we need to worry? What if she pushes too far and erupts with malevolence?
Malevolence is born out of many things. A prideful ego, the self-righteousness that turns a blind eye to one's inner contradictions. Eleanor is different. She's mindful of her ego and strives to confront her inconsistencies of character.
She has a purity of heart that won't be tainted by the emotions that create malevolence. No other quality is as essential for an exorcist.
So she's probably okay?
For now, at least. But human hearts can be fickle things. Who knows what the future holds?
I doubt you got anything to worry about. For most exorcists, purity is a construct of the Abbey's teachings. But Eleanor, she's the real deal.
She's not your average exorcist, I'll give you that.
Purity is handy for any exorcist. But more than that, it's a rare and precious temperament for living. Everybody's got an ego and certain internal contradictions to some degree. Facing one's own ugliness in an honest manner is never easy. To be a normal human is to live carrying malevolence. It's just how much you let it control you that varies.
I guess malevolence might just be a fact of life, huh? But Artorias can't accept that.
There you go, chat. We gotta live with our malevolence. Glad you're doing okay, Chris. Hopefully it cools down in Australia. I know it is wintry both in the game and here, but unfortunately for you, it is quite hot. Let's have a quick save. You know what, chat? I have in my notes another skit should have triggered, and I just realized, as I try to remember which button is the map button between games, I think I missed a geotree. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go through. So to trigger the skit, I need 25, I think, specifically. I wasn't sure last time how many I needed, but I'm one short, I think. So we're gonna take a look. I can't get the ones in Sultan Haria yet, so we're gonna keep an eye out for geotrees. Unfortunately, that means we'll get another skit involving Bienfu. I know the chat will not look forward to that.
Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
She says, wearing angel wings.
Let's slip through town and head for Titania before that changes.
Oh, it just auto made me escape there, sure.
So this is your secret hideout. Once I get free, he won't stand a chance. You all had better sleep with one eye open.
Look how worried I am.
Welcome back! That's Kamoana.
She's the same age as Diana. Did the Abbey really turn someone so young into a Therian?
Eleanor!
Medissa, please, would you be able to talk to her?
Is this a trick?
Kamoana may be a Therian, but deep down, she's still a normal little girl who misses her mother. I can't do anything to console her, no matter what I try. But if it were you...
You okay? You can call me Medissa, all right? Do I scare you, honey?
A little, but not as much as Velvet and Dial. But don't you think I'm scary? I had a bad dream earlier. My mommy said I looked scary and that she didn't want me anymore.
She would never. Your mother would never think that about her daughter.
But how do you know?
Because I'm a mother too. Mothers always love their children, no matter what. No matter if we die. No matter how the world changes. There's nobody who loves you more in the world than...
It's okay. You don't have to cry. I hope Kamoana and Medissa won't have to feel so lonely anymore.
Yeah, Trying to stop the waterworks gets old fast.
Listen, if it's not too personal, was your mother,
She's dead. I lost her when I was even younger than you.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It just means we've got things in common. So no feeling sad and alone, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't feel lonely or anything, I swear.
What's gotten into you? You're so strange sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Eleanor, I'll have you watch over Kamoana and Medusa.
Yes, of course. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Are exorcists supposed to be so polite to a grand poobah of calamity or whatever?
Sure, why not? Besides, the Demon Lord ought to not trouble herself over such trivialities.
Velvet, Grimoire's calling for you. She says to bring Laphicet and meet her at the observation tower.
Got it.
We better get going then.
I have to say, chat, that's probably the only scene I can really tolerate in Kamoana that I think happens the entire game. She kind of cried in that cutscene, but I think it was more tolerable for me. And yes, chat, we're finding more family stand-ins, which is really messed up. Completely different level. Benwick says, we'll keep an eye on Kamoana. You head on over to the Watchtower to talk to Grimoire. I feel like I need to take that for a stream title, chat. The Great Poobah of Calamity, though. I was just thinking about that. I'm definitely with Velvet, where the waterworks get old real fast, and unfortunately, all she does is cry in this game. I swear, like, 60 to 80% of her scenes are crying. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Medusa says, Is it alright if I stay here and live with you for a while? Oh, sure. You could live here for longer than a while if you want. Thank you, Kamoana. Yeah, her voice gets to be, chat. I'm just like, Well, you know how it goes, chat. We can't go anywhere. We're on Titania, the world where teleports cease to exist. Hardened Pirate wants us to leave him alone for a moment because he doesn't want anybody to see him cry. Percival remarks, Mothers are truly great beings. They stand higher than any king. What do you have to say, Dial? This is making me miss my own late mother. Sorry, game, I'm not moved. Nice try, though. You tried. I keep thinking sometimes that's the inn, if you're wondering what's going on, and of course I can't go to the back docks. Chat, why would I be able to teleport in Titania? They want to make it as inconveniencing as possible. Okay, where is the plot point? I don't remember where this is. It's in the outer path. And the outer path was... Oh, the close one. Oh, it was the one I was going to. I wasn't sure if it was the South Watchtower or not. Are there any other conversations? I'm not seeing anything else. And I'm not seeing a skit at the back dock. So that's good at least, chat. No skit has popped there yet. Alright, fine. We'll go back this way since this was the right way. Way we go, chat. Little Laphicet surfing on that board. Well, did the herb respawn over? Oh. This is not quite the right path. Wait a minute. Oh, you did... Oh, you lied to me, game. I thought it was here. That's messed up, chat. That's messed up. Why would you tell me it's in the outer path if it's in the North Watchtower? Chat, I don't agree with this map. See, that's why I was confused. If you're wondering what happened there, it's telling me the plot point is in the outer path, which is where I went. But it's actually in the North Watchtower, which is confusing because it's actually the southern of the two watchtowers. Oh, Berseria. It's fine though, chat. We'll go the right way. Shake your head, chat. That is map trickery right there. I'm not really sure why they segregated the northern watchtower with the other part, to be honest. Yeah, don't worry. North is south. Don't think about it too hard.
Hey, do you all have mothers?
Where'd that question come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamawana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either. But the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Aizen?
We Malakim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malakim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medusa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Aizen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malakim too can form precious bonds, true friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medusa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
Check your heads, chat. Actually, you know what? Aizen said something there that I want to kind of discredit now because it'll make certain points very confusing. We already know from the previous game that, where it's very, very heavily implied that if you're reborn as a Malakim, sometimes you do keep memories of important events in your life. And I want to throw that out there because otherwise something later in the game is not going to make any sense. So I don't know if that's just his interpretation of it, but I would like to let you know that that is not true. So anyway, Velvet is saying, is Grimoire in the watchtower up ahead? No, she's up in the tower by the docks to the rear. Well, that's useless, because we already had to have come here. Why would we come here if we didn't think it was this way? She stays up late working as she eats at night, but boy is she fussy. The stock wasn't made properly, she says, and so on and so forth. Expedition returned.
Take a look at the...
All right.
Chad is jealous they can't be friends with Bienfu. You could tell. So anyway, I think it wants us to go to the North Watchtower, which is south, because of course. Got more fishing items, yay? Question mark. Oh,
You said that Malakim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an Earth Pulse point up on a sacred mountain. I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same Earth Pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are two Malakim always siblings if they come from the same Earth Pulse point?
No. Other Malakim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No. I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Magilu with that quick quip. I enjoy Magilu. I'm trying to remember. I think she was wearing a pendant in Zesteria, Chad. It's been a while. So it's nice to have little references like that back and forth. Little boy climbing the ladder, chat. I'm sure Yentos, whenever he sees the ladder, he just thinks, what a thrill. Let's see. Alright, nothing else to do up here, so we could just look at the endless expanse of sea.
Ah, there you two are.
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Innominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Innominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Innominat?
No, Artorias is not that kind of man. His 2 primary ideals are the many over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laufey to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean that's who he is as far as you know, yeah? People change, Velvet. Perhaps the shepherd gave up hope. Maybe he lost faith in mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laufey's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Innominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.
Gee, chat, where did we see a book? We've seen that cover before somewhere else at a prior point in the game. So no new skips have popped yet. Just want to double check my notes real quick, chat. Okay, we have to go a little further. I can talk to these people in the meantime. Eleanor says, pirates may be lax when it comes to morals, excuse me, but at least they do their work properly. We're all literally in the same boat. Your life is in everyone's hands, and their lives are in yours. It's a simple sort of faith. We don't obey rules written down in some book. We follow the law of the sea. That actually sounds more troublesome overall. Poor Eleanor. Hardened Pirate says, looks like the survey into the currents around the island is going smoothly. Good. Now give everyone a copy of your report and pound it into their thick skulls. Hello, Laufey talking with... See, chat, it's the character everybody loves, and then the rest, and then the other character the chat hates. Laufey says, excuse me. Bien Phu? What's even under that hat? That's very inappropriate thing to ask a Norman. Where do you get off being so rude, eh? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Poor Laphicet. Hello, Magilu. So, Rokuro, why don't you speak in these and thous? Seems like it'd suit your character. Just not my style, I guess. Why do you speak the way you do? Ah! That's a very inappropriate thing to ask a witch. Did no one teach you basic manners? Sorry, I had no idea. That double standard, I love it. Oh, Magilu, always messing with people.
Hey, Laphicet! Medessa let me sleep in her bed last night. She's warm for a snake lady.
That's great.
She's gonna help me take a bath now. You should come join us too. What? I couldn't. It's okay. I don't mind at all.
Hey, Kamoana. Did you know? Dial started to grow a brand new tail.
Liar.
Wow, really? I want to see.
He's up at the observation tower.
Let's go see. Medessa, you too.
All right. But don't run, or you'll trip.
Thanks, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Having some girl trouble, my little Malik?
I'm just glad Kamoana and Medessa are starting to feel better.
Yeah, they both still have a long way to go, but it's such a relief to see them smiling.
We've got bigger things to worry about. Hurry up and locate the next Earth Pulse point.
Right. Okay.
Oh, but it's like no time for bonding, chat.
Must you always be so blunt, Velvet?
I must, in fact. We're up against the Abbey here, and sooner or later they'll find this place.
That's true, but still.
Do we go find another hideout?
No, we'll keep on the offensive. We'll capture the remaining Therians before the Abbey finds us.
As a swordsman, I can respect that mindset.
I'm not so sure we could hold this place anyway.
We've got no obligation to.
I found another Earth Pulse point. It's in the eastern part of Eastgand, I think.
Here it comes, chat.
All right. We're headed for Eastgand.
Our first stop should be Port Taliesin.
Oh, Taliesin. That's how they said that. Okay, chat, we have a few skits and an arena to do, and when we're done with that, we're going all the way there, chat. So I saw 2 different skits. Let's go.
When mankind's despair reaches its pinnacle, Inominat shall reach out and bring an end to all.
So that song bothers you too?
No matter how many times I read it, I don't see any good in it.
Understanding that ancient tongue is difficult, right? Perhaps there's another interpretation? Maybe the end to all actually means an end to all human suffering, for example.
That is a possibility. But we're far too lacking in material to know anything for sure.
We need the other half of that book, or some other text on Inominat.
We don't have the time to search for it. Wouldn't even know where to start looking.
And don't forget that that book is just a copy. Whoever transcribed it might have made an error, too.
That's an unexpectedly sharp insight coming from you.
I'm an expert at errors. When Miss Magilu made me copy magic tomes for her, I did it pretty half-heartedly.
Didn't that cause a lot of problems?
Well, when she tried to cast a spell from one of the tomes, the spell exploded in her face. It's really her own fault, though. She told me to copy 100 books in 3 days! That's impossible! Oh, how cruel! Cruel is right! That witch is a real devil, I tell you! A slave driver!
Bien Phu, let's go somewhere a little more private, shall we?
Miss Magilu!
Hush now. There's no need to worry. I'll make it a half-hearted punishment.
Okay, we got another skit right away. Lots of sighs.
Grimoire always looks like she never wants to do any work, but despite all her grumbling, when she starts a job, she gets it done. And quickly, too. She's frank, but she still takes care not to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I have to say, I like that in a woman. It's charming.
Well, sorry if I'm inconsiderate and charmless then.
I didn't mean it like that. You're all still so young and have led different lives. Can't fault you for being you.
Well, if you're saying we lack a certain air of maturity, I might not disagree.
That's for sure. It's true Lord Artorius has scolded my lack of composure at times.
Although I do get the impression that Grimoire has been dependable like that since she was young.
And it's a good impression at that. Old Grim's been that way since the day she was born. I hate to admit it, but her combination of insightful words and deadpan expression has charmed the hearts of many a Moloch. At her peak, she had a fan club 8,848 members strong, and her dinner shows would sell out the day the tickets went on sale. Molochim came by the droves to doze off listening to her live readings of ancient books.
Wow! I had no idea she was so popular.
Yeah, she's even a regular feature in Who's Who Among Norman.
Now that I think about it, I could see how a person could interpret her lethargy as patience and her vague dispassion as maturity and poise. Compared to her, I'm just...
Were you just trying to imitate her?
No, I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, that kind of felt like her just now. I can see it in you, waiting to be awakened, that sophisticated charm.
Me? Sophisticated and charming? I don't know.
Try talking like her. You know how she lets her sentences trail off. This is your make-or-break moment here.
All right. I think I know what you mean. Here goes nothing. Oh... What do you think, Laphicet? Do I sound like her?
It feels a little off, but you're definitely doing it. I think.
Aw, you don't have to grow up, Madam Eleanor. You're cute just the way you are.
You stay out of this, Bienfu!
And we have one more skit without moving. The competition results from the fishing between Aizen and Rokuro.
Not that I really care, but who ended up winning the fishing competition when we were trying to catch a Therian?
Man, that was a while ago. I lost because I came away with nothing.
No, it was a draw. As I'm sure everyone remembers, all I fished up were octopus demons. We were competing over who would catch the Therian. Demons didn't count, so my score was 0-2.
No, the loss is mine, and I'm not giving it to you.
That's not just something you can up and decide like that. In fact, by fishing up those octopus demons, I put everyone in danger. That should count for negative points. I lost.
Who cares? It was all in fun.
I care. Every competition must have a winner and a loser, no matter what. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I'm with Aizen on this one. It doesn't do anyone any good to make the final results murky.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Aizen, your curse would mean that the odds were stacked against you from the start. That doesn't make for a fair competition, does it?
Yeah, she's got a good point. We'll just have to settle the score some other way.
What can you guys do? Play cards? Chess? What?
Cards are a no-go for me. I'll just end up drawing jokers.
And I can play shogi, but I don't know chess.
Then what about arm wrestling? Would that work?
Whoa, whoa! Having a demon and a Moloch clasp hands is just asking for trouble with malevolence.
You're both adults, so why not a drinking contest?
That's it! If we have a drinking contest, we'll be able to compete on an even playing field.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'll have the crew bring out the drinks.
Well, that's one way of resolving it, I suppose.
Whatever gets it done. I'm not gonna complain.
If you guys are gonna have a drinking contest, you're gonna need some tasty snacks to go with all that alcohol, right?
Definitely. Let's go out and fish us some snacks.
Yeah, let's take out the little boat. We can even pick up where we left off our fishing competition.
Didn't we just figure out he can't really fish?
We were just about to finally resolve this mess. Why'd you have to go and stick your nose into it?
What? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do anything wrong! Bien!
I'm sure Chad approved her yelling at Bienfu. I also enjoyed that skit a little bit, Chad. I smiled a bit. So let's see. We have several things we have to do on the docks, but before I forget about it, chat, we need to cook and eat a lot, because we are maxed out on chocolate sauce. I should have done this before the stream, and I do apologize. But I think it's time to bon appetit for a while. So basically, we'll have a little bit of free reign to go between a few different areas. So the goal is actually not to go to East Scand. Not enough Gans, chat. It's actually to clean up some other areas, including 2 arenas. I believe we should get the second arena by talking to one of the pirates. But we tried going to, for example, to Vortigern earlier, and now if we happen to go back, we should also be able to take a side quest there. And that also lets us get another Geotree. So by extension, we should end up getting another skit, because I don't think I'm too far off from 25. We do get a skip for completing all of the Geotrees as well, so I'll try not to miss too many of them. But let's lower this number quite significantly. Because keep in mind, every time we do an expedition, I could get anywhere between like 6 and 8 or so raw ingredients. And given that we're not going to be doing too many combats between now and the end of the session, we should really burn this number down. Now, level 15 is pretty safe for most skits, but ultimately I need every character to be at level 20.
What should I brew up next time?
So we'll leave it at level 15 for now. 15 is needed to trigger skits for Velvet and Eisen in particular. I think the others just needed to be at 20, and then you cook a specific dish. Technically, I think you could cook it well ahead of time, but I think it's better just to show on stream which one actually triggers the skit. And when, more importantly. So I'm just looking at our health totals. We got a decent amount of health. I think we should be okay. So this should... one of these guys should give us a new area. It might be this guy.
Hey, get this! I was out fishing the other day, when before I knew it, I'd wound up near a Class 4 island. Once I realized what was happening, I tried to turn the ship around, but then it got dark all around me.
Was it a sudden storm?
I wish! It was this great monstrous bird! Damn thing had wings big enough to cover up the whole blasted sky!
That sounds like a bit of a stretch to me.
You think I'm lying? Then check it out for yourself. You just might not make it back alive.
A huge bird.
So, we got another Class 4 island to go visit. Awesome. Says, I've been able to enjoy chicken after seeing the bird creature on the island. Oh. So again, we have a few skits to go to. We absolutely do not want to talk to Benwick and go to Eastgand. So Hardened Pirate says, it's time to warm up before we set sail. We'll start with Alpha Size, number 33. Ready, go. Raw Pirate asks, how many are there? We can't be expected to remember them all, surely. Hardened Pirate replies, Landlubber, there are 99 Eifer sizes, and you're not a fully French crew member until you know every last one. That's a lot, chat. 99 unique ones?
This island's really something. No way I'd want to go to prison here, but it'd make a great hideout. If I'm gonna be left in charge of this place, I'll turn it into the best hideout ever.
You're in charge?
Someone has to look after this place while you're all running around, maintaining the ships in the base, watching the Prince and Medusa, keeping Kamoana company. I'll keep this place running ship-shape, so that you all can focus on looking for the Therians.
But those are just odd jobs anyone can do. You're a navigator. Isn't that a waste of your talents?
You dolt! These are important tasks! Someone's gotta do it! We've got another navigator, but is there anyone besides me that could handle all of this by themselves? Besides, ever since I lost my tail, my balance has been off. The seasickness is killing me!
That's your story and you're sticking to it? Tell the truth. You don't want to come because you're afraid you'll be hurt again.
No, that's not it at all.
I wanted to show chat. He still doesn't have a tail. What a liar. Eleanor is a liar, chat. She should feel bad for it. Dial says, don't worry, the hideout is in safe hands with me. My friends used to call me the king of odd jobs. They also called me the king of loafing, but let's not dwell on that, shall we? So, it would be a mistake to leave. So let's actually go back inside briefly. So there is actually a skit really far into this area, which we cannot really easily get to. It'd be faster to go from the back docks. Not sure. Yeah, a little faster. Like the very dramatic music as we're just hunting down side conversations. I feel like it should have had different theme music here for when we capture the base, to be honest. Like, this is just so ominous for just casually walking around in your own area. Medusa says, pirate, lizard, whatever he is. Probably wasn't brought up too well either way. Wow.
Hey, do you think Dial sheds his skin like other reptiles?
I don't know. On the outside, he looks like an Emir monitor lizard. But he used to be a human and is a demon now, so I kind of doubt it.
Ow! My ears are burning red hot right now. Were you guys talking about me?
Yeah, we were. So, Dial, do you ever shed your skin? I'm really curious. Tell me, tell me.
That's a little rude to just ask someone, don't you think?
You do, don't you? I mean, you are a lizard.
No, I don't.
Aww. I think you'd be way cooler if you did.
Well, he's regrown his tail before.
Oh yeah, that's right! Lizards can regrow their tails. That must mean you really do shed, right?
No, those are two totally different things. Although, I did get a bad enough sunburn yesterday that my skin started to peel.
Blushing Dial, chat. Chat wants more Blushing Dial. So you know what's really mean, chat? This one is really easy to miss. After you talk to Dial, he has another skit. You have to go to the back docks for it. I just wanted to show that off that we were here before and this was not here. It's very easy to miss this one.
Huh?
Kamoana's not here, is she?
No, she's not. Are you looking for her?
No, the opposite, actually. I'm hiding from her. Kamoana saw my tail fall off, and now she's absolutely obsessed about it. I'm worried that if I'm not careful, she'll try to sneak up on me and give me a big scare, and I'll drop this new tail after it's just regrown.
Is dropping your tail such a big deal?
Well, if I need to make a quick escape, I can't exactly drop my tail without having one to drop.
Oh, I see.
Shake your head, chat. Shake your head. So, there's yet another skit, by the way. This area is the worst. This, like, honestly, Titania is definitely the low point for me in any playthrough. It's just like, if you want to get every skit, I just find it so annoying that I have to keep going back between these two different areas. So anyway, we have yet another skit that doesn't trigger until we do all that. Another really easy to miss skit at this point, because you would just teleport away thinking you were done. And you would be wrong, chat. We actually have one involving Kurogane. I'm not sure why we couldn't talk to Kurogane before this point, but now we can talk to him.
I cannot work like this.
Is something wrong, Kurogane?
Well, how do I put it?
Hey! Have you guys seen Kamoana around?
Not lately, no.
I haven't seen her, no.
Great. She's making me play hide and seek with her, but she's surprisingly good at it for her age. Where is that girl hiding? Come out, wherever you are!
It worked!
Whoa! You were inside, Kurogane? Have you been in there this whole time?
Yep, I even asked him if I could first.
I only let her because she threatened to cry if I didn't.
But you still covered for her. That was nice of you.
Yeah, thanks, Kurogane. You're pretty nice.
I told no lie. I don't have a face, so I couldn't have seen her.
I suppose that's technically true.
Laphicet, you won't believe it! Kurogane's armor is actually really roomy inside. I think I might even make it my secret hideout.
I'm not sure Kurogane would like that.
Oh, please, no.
Or Kurogane. So I think that's the last skit. I think even in my initial playthrough for the stream, I don't think I caught that one. Because again, it doesn't show up until you talk to Dial, who doesn't show up until after you talk to Kamoana. So there you go. Chat enjoys the blushing armor. They're best friends, best fans of the blush. Alright, let's just pick a location to go to. So I believe there's a location I could go to here with a quest. Aha, the inn. Exactly what I was looking for. Oh, look, a chest. That's good for us. Marine Charm. I don't know if I have that, chat. Do I? I do. I have a couple of them. Okay. Not too bad. So, one thing I'm going to mention while we're kind of walking between two different points is that it's important, I would say, to keep the experience up items. If you're, like, you could break down most items, and I always like to keep one of every item just because, even though that's not the best choice. If you see anything that gives either bonuses to beasts or dragons, if you hoard them early and they're not like too terrible of an item, and you could get away with stacking a lot of the experience ups, particularly on Velvet, there's actually a point much later in the game, basically post-game, that if you just want to hit level 200, if you've been collecting those since the beginning of the game, you could basically power level your brains out. There's a boss, I think, that counts as both Beast and Dragon, on top of being kind of easy to get to and repeatable. And bosses are one of the best ways to level in this game, other than doing dangerous encounters. So we'll be showing that off, I think, a little bit later. I'm not sure if chat would approve of me power leveling in a Chaos Mode playthrough. But if we need to power level, I will let you know. If I really feel I cannot beat it without leveling, I will definitely abuse that. But anyway, let's make a quick save here. So let's go into the inn. Oh, here it is.
First mate, sir, I heard an interesting rumor. Apparently Vortigern came under attack in the middle of reconstruction. The place was completely sacked.
Are you serious?
Any idea who did it?
They say it was a single demon. He called himself Lancelot de Capulus and challenged one exorcist in particular to come try and fight him.
Lancelot.
That's Count Capelus's first name.
The nobleman they say was kidnapped? Did he turn into a demon? Or is this some kind of scheme?
Hey, any chance you know if the exorcist he wants to fight is Shigure?
Yeah, he seeks a duel with Legate Shigure Rangetsu, or so the rumor goes.
That's the real Count.
That's a bit of a leap.
The Count is a prideful man. But when the Abbey stole his political power, his own former servant Shigure rose to Legate and suddenly outranked him. The disgrace must have been worse than death.
Then the lord your family used to serve was...
That's right. The Capeluses.
Then, if the Capeluses were the royal family's hidden dagger, the Rangetsu clan was its blade.
A demon that can wipe out Vortigern is no joke. If we could team up with him, that'd give us a real edge.
That's a real big if for some of us, Aizen.
Okay, we got another expedition. Perfect timing.
Show him how...
Oh, I could talk to him one more time. Let's do that. This is so. The demon Count Capulus has taken over the sea fort of Vortigern, eh? Sounds interesting, but you never know what a fellow is like until you meet him. So now Vortigern should be unlocked, chat. So I tried going there earlier, but I was just like, just jumped the gun by a little bit. So going there now, I think, would be a mistake. We want to try to level a little more before we go there, because that boss on this difficulty is gonna be something. I think we should do the arena first, and then we'll go to that boss. So let's... Oh, I didn't realize we completed a code red and haven't talked to him yet. So I missed the beginning of his conversation, but he said, "Ah, even the wind from the sea weeps." So we defeated the Moon Bang Wolf. Okay, so did anything else unlock? Oh, well, way to spoil it, Code Red Hunt. But yeah, we're gonna end up fighting a certain demon. I actually didn't mean to spoil that. I wanted to leave it ambiguous, but I kind of forgot there was a bounty for him. So, oops. Let's see what he unlocks if you manage to beat him. Also, chat, look at the level difference between the tree, which gave us a little bit of a problem because it was based off of Kamoana, and this guy. Almost a 30 level difference. It's kind of insane. So it seems he gives this ability, grants +1 maximum blast gauge to characters wearing equipment that has been enhanced a total of 35 or more times. So that's actually pretty hard to do at the moment, because I think I can only get up to +6. So this is not realistic for me to attain. But on a more casual playthrough, if you were grinding out a lot of fights, This wouldn't be too bad, because I would say most of the time you could get +5 to +6 on your gear without too much of a struggle. But again, we're trying not to do too many combats. So, oops. Accidental spoilers, chat. Let's see. We have a few different winged areas to go to. I just want to check one thing. Oh, did these not... I couldn't remember if these places had geotrees or not. Couldn't remember, chat. Been too long. So we have 2 arenas to go to. I believe when it has the icon filled in, it means we visited it before. So we have the Crustacean Quarter and the Wing Quarter. So we'll just start with the Crustacean, just to go in order. We also need to make sure to pick up the Cat's Chest, chat, because around this point in the game, it'll check to see how many you've collected. Now, you could collect them, as I said, much later on, and you'll trigger a optional skit, like, whenever you're qualified for it. But we're coming pretty close to the point where it would check it. Probably, like, 2 sessions from it checking, I would imagine. So let's go back here and pay for the Cat's Chest. Well, we were at 4,000 plus. We are now below 4,000. We have attained the Water Norman hat for Magilu. Also the suit. So we're going to be doing a lot of fighting, and I think I'm going to let the AI auto for a little bit as I just explain some mechanics, just to let some time pass. I'll try to speed it up a little. But there are some things I want to talk about, and it's kind of hard to do while in hard encounters, so if we're in a more casual setting, I think I could look at my notes and concentrate a bit better on that. But before we do that, why don't we do a quick save? Just in case things go terribly, terribly awry. Not that I think we game... Actually, I don't think we even game over for doing arenas, so that's actually not necessary. But what I also want to do is... I did say... Oh, I need to resave his set first. I did say, chat, that whenever we do an arena, I will put on the joke outfits. So, chat, if you want to go wild with the joke outfits, now is the time. I apparently did not save one for Magilu. Oops. Oh, no, you could put a Bienfu on our hat? Oh, I have to do that, chat. Oh, you can't even see it when it's there. So some of these are new. I don't think I had these. Huh. Interesting. Wait a minute. Can I modify? I can modify this. No, I don't want to... I don't want to do that. Oh, you can't increase its size? I was going to make it more obnoxious. Oops. I'm not thinking correctly. I rotated it, so I thought Y-axis. I just love his little hat poking out there. I might leave it like that, chat. It's a little Bienfu head sticking out. It's fine. It's like a tumor. I love it. Oh no. Oh, I can't even see these other things. That's amazing. Oh, can I make it look like Bienfu has the halo? One moment. Oh, okay. I was just using the wrong thing to increase the size. Got it. I still can't see it. We're gonna have to raise it up, I think. Where is this halo? Unless this is the wrong way. What? Oh, I see it now. Oh, it can't it can't leave her leave her head. I can just see it poking out. Oh, it looks like we put a little face there. Actually, I find that kind of funny. It looks like it has a little face. I like that. The 2 dots form another face. You know what, chat? I might leave it like that. It's fine. That wasn't my intention. I wanted the halo to go on Bienfu's hat. But, you know, we'll just form a little face there with the dots. It's a nice touch. We're gonna make sure to save her joke outfit. We're gonna make sure to save this one as well. Oh, yeah, we had the Afro Puff. That's right, chat. Oh, you can't forget the Afro Puff. We're just gonna make sure to save over all of our old settings, and there we go. I believe this is all what the chat requested last time. Let's change hers up a little bit. Yeah. Do something like that. We'll have an alternate joke outfit. I just love Floppy Sets Banfu hat, chat. There we go, chat. We're gonna do some non-serious things for a little bit. We might as well as enjoy the costumes for what they are.
We will meet.
So I'm gonna make sure that I am on auto for a little bit. Now, one thing I can also talk about is that unlike other versions of the Tale series, auto is not true auto. You can actually play the game still while it's on auto, and what I mean by that is if you press buttons on the controller, the character will actually interrupt what they're doing to respond to you. That is not true for other versions of Tales. Even Berseria, for example, did not just let you freeform combat. So like, for example, I could just tell him to dodge whenever I want. Like, I could force him to dodge left, for example. Or I could tell him to hit a certain button. Like there, I told him to do the rapid punch. Now, if I don't press anything, he'll auto-dodge and he'll do everything else on his own. I can hold, for example, a Break Soul button down. If I see that somebody stuns, I could force him to use the Break Soul. You can also force him to Mystic Art. Now, the downside to this, of course, is that there is a limitation to stop you from just cheesing your way through the whole game. You cannot chain Mystic Arts while on auto. But you could do everything else. So if you want the game to build up your block count, your dodge, but you want to take some control, like you see that they got wide opened, and you want to make sure he does a level 2. Like, I'm controlling all this right now. Like, you can see how much more aggressive he is. And then I could just, like, hold into Mystic Guard if he doesn't die. But we'll just let the AI have some fun, chat. So let's talk about some differences and what makes Chaos Mode Chaos Mode. So the difference, we're just going to talk about mostly differences from normal and Chaos, but if you want other breakdowns, I can always go over them. So the enemy level is 50% more than normal mode. They got double the health and attack. They got 50% more to both of their defenses. Also, they have double the focus. Art attack is only 80% more, which is kind of nice. We've seen what happens with the enemy's reduced casting time. I believe, like I mentioned in a previous stream, it was half of what normal mode was. But one other important thing, to make the game a little fair, there's some like comeback mechanics that the game implements if you're not super comfortable with the system. So the game actually builds in some pauses between enemy attacks, so that way you as a player have the ability to kind of interrupt their strings. That amount of time is reduced by half. In addition, if you happen to game over or retry on a boss, for pretty much any difficulty other than intense or chaos, it actually causes that enemy idle time to increase based off of when your allies die or a number of retries. So basically, if you start getting destroyed in combat, it actually makes the bosses slower on the normal difficulties. So it tries to give you a fair chance, I would say. So if you're not feeling super comfortable with the combat, it does give you a lot of ways to come back to it. Similarly, if you aren't really taking advantage of elemental weaknesses, you still do about half the damage whenever you hit something that the enemy is strong against, whereas in Chaos Mode, we're only going to be doing 10% damage. So we have to make sure to at least do some neutral moves and or things the enemy is weak to. One other thing we could just generally observe is that if we were to use items, they take 16 seconds to normal mode's 4 seconds. And on top of that, if we do happen to die, normally on normal, you still keep half of your blast gauge, so you're still able to swap them out. However, on Chaos Mode, we lose all of our gauge, so if they're dead, they are dead. There's not too much we can really do about it, other than life bottle them. So that's an important thing to keep note. If you're looking to power level, I would say just put the difficulty on simple, because you get a 20% multiplier. But we're playing on Chaos, so we only get 60% of the total experience we would normally gain. It tries to offset that by saying the more hits you do, the more experience you gain. But that causes some very lopsided leveling. You'll notice that whoever ends up killing the boss will start ending up like 5 to 10 levels above everybody else. And that's the reason why for it. If you're looking to build up a lot of gold, technically Chaos gives you the most gold with 40% extra, and Simple gives you a 20% penalty. But you also have to factor in the time it takes to complete a battle. So because these enemies aren't dying instantly, I still think we earn more gold if we were to play this on Simple. Let's see, what other things can we chat about as the AI just does whatever it wants? Oh. So, there are 4 different types of chests in the game. I get very unexcited when we come across the bronze chests because they mostly have materials and gold and very weak consumable items. So it's very rare for it to give me something nice. You'll see me get excited for a silver and a gold chest. Basically, to just go over that in a bit more detail, the silver will generally have base equipment, which is like the common drop that enemies can have, where the gold chests will have unique equipment. And by that I mean either the rare drops that enemies can have, like if you were to fight, let's say, that spider, it'll drop one specific loot item. You'll either get that, or there are actually items in the game. Hold on. Pocket Blue's dying. I wanted to make sure she swapped out. Or you could get items that are very specific to the chest itself. If we're really lucky, we'll get all the chest rares, but it's actually kind of hard to do so, to be honest. There's also one other kind of chest, but we won't see that until we get to the bonus dungeon. Basically, that'll give us either a base item, which is like the common drop, or it'll give us a rare drop, or it'll give us something that we can't normally find at all either. So it can be really good or really terrible. It's truly random. Hopefully it'll end up giving us some super overpowered gear, because some characters' best items come from those bonus dungeon chests. I guess to just explain a little bit of enhancing while we let Lapiset do his thing. Essentially, every time you upgrade an item, it adds a small bonus. And the way it calculates the bonus is it'll start off by giving you 8 to a single stat, but some items you might have noticed give a bonus to 2 different stats, and it basically splits that bonus. So, for example, the primary stat will get +6 and the secondary will get +2. So that'll scale from giving us +8 all the way up until the enhancement gets to +6, then it increases by 2. Then if you go from +6 to +7, it increases by another 2 for +12. And it looks like they actually beat it.
Blessing as long as we win.
I do love the close-up. That is quite a screenshot to come back to, Chad. So basically, when all is said and done and we go from +1 to +10, we'll get a total of +100 to whatever stat it's boosting, or it'll split it between the two, as mentioned. Inexhaustible Pendant. I think that might be new. I don't recognize that. All demons defeated, chat. Now, I think that's supposed to give us a event type, but we already have it. So that's why nothing happened there, chat. If you ever see us beat an arena, just assume we get event height. I can always double check what that gives us, but offhand I don't recall. It is important to do these if you want to get more out of the game, because a lot of the things like, for example, having another, I can't see it while I'm on auto. But yeah, so like this little submenu you get from an arena. So if you want to have more control over the combat to make it a little less Zesteria and more like Xillia, for example, it's kind of important to do the arenas for that. We'll put it back on auto. So we have one more arena to go through, and I can talk about more mechanics as we go through there. But I figured this would be a good point to just kind of knowledge dump while we're just doing some casual gameplay. Because otherwise it is very hard to recall all that information offhand while in an intense encounter. It's a little hard to multitask that, chat. Yeah, it is a very big difference for items in particular. It does punish you very much so. So anything that reduces the time it takes for items to be used is very, very good. So we'll also have to get the chest in a minute.
We can do this.
There we go, chat. It's the joke squad.
Dead yet. Blades of wind, slice them.
So one thing I want to talk about is the bonuses we get from gear. So we're unlocking, I think, the 6th one later, which gives us +1 max blast gauge when we're at 35 total levels of enhancement. I'm actually looking forward to the 20 to 30, because that's when I feel like the game starts to get really fun. I would say, like, I'm enjoying the game. Like, Break Soul is really good, but these following bonuses we're gonna get between 20 to 30 are more realistically attainable in this playthrough and offer a lot of power. So the next 3 ones in order from 20 to 30 give us another max soul, another base soul, and yet another max soul. So instead of just having 5 souls, so we'll do like a 5-hit combo and then have to pause a little bit, we'd actually get up to a 7-hit chain without repeating anything. And on top of that, keep in mind that the more souls we put into a combo, the faster our arts are, and the more impact future hits have in the same chain. So that'll increase things like stun effect and damage, like we mentioned last time. Let's see. Seeing if anything in my notes we haven't covered in a previous session. Oh, let's talk about the shop levels while we're here, chat. So, basically, I think we're hovering around shop level 12 or 13 right now. We unlocked unnamed boots. The amount of gold we need to go from 13 to 15 is almost 9 million gold, so it's not very realistic for us to get another increase, to be honest, before like the true end game. But I would say from a normal play point, you generally want to hit at least rank 12, because that'll give you unnamed ring. But if you're first starting out, I would say Pumper Upper is a really good goal to go for, which requires exactly 382,582 gold, because that gives you a lot of physical attack power for Aizen, which I do find very useful. The rank below that, the Colorful Waistcoat, which you get for 234,277 gold, is also a kind of neat item to empower you, because I don't think it actually adds any defense. I believe it adds attack. So between those two things, you can make Aizen basically one-shot anything on the lower difficulties if you stack them. Also, if you're looking to just get more Ventite, which again improves things like guard abilities and general enhancements to the game, I would say the ranks 1 to 6 give you mostly Ventites and Glacites, and that only requires you to get up to 140,000 spent in the shop, and that I think also includes the money you get from selling. Hello Zealot, how you doing? Oh, sorry Antos, I missed that you said you were gonna leave, but hopefully you have a good time. I know, isn't it fun? We could just let the AI do things as we explain some mechanics. Zealot says I'm doing it wrong. 9 Blast Gauge, Kaiser Road, Feather Light Steps, and 24 Mystic Arts in a row. Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't know if we'll see it in this playthrough. If we will, we'll see it probably in the bonus dungeon. That's gonna take a little bit to get to, since we're doing, like, bare minimum combat. We're basically just completing arenas once, and then we're just gonna fight every enemy once, and generally just try to beat it. We have a little bit of an advantage because we're on New Game Plus, so we have a little extra health to make it a bit easier, but consequently we also race it to Chaos, so I think it kind of evens out. So I think that's about all I have to really say in terms of mechanics. I think we covered everything else in the other sessions. I'm just double checking my notes as they do things. Yeah, we haven't really had a good opportunity to show off Magulu's Break Soul for its true potential. We're gonna wait for a bit later in the game to do that. I guess one thing I didn't explicitly state since we've been playing so far, chat, is if you hit up or down in a Mystic Art chain and you end your combo with that, that actually swaps out the character for free. It's kind of a neat thing. Oh, you know what? I don't think we talked about the impacts of souls. I'm just reading chat now again. Zella says, it's all I farmed for. First playthrough was 150 hours because I wanted the 24 Mystic Art chain to get all the master skills on everyone. I was kind of torn the first time I played through the game, to be honest. Whether I wanted to do that for the first time through or the second time through, because I knew I could get really ridiculous things in the grade shop. And I think I killed so many dangerous encounters in Hella V's that I actually maxed the grade on my initial playthrough for New Game Plus. It's kind of silly. Oh, don't worry, I still miss the Mystic Art one. I don't know which one I'm missing on Steam. I've seen them all on separate playthroughs, but because I think I didn't play them back to back, I haven't triggered it yet. I'm sure I'm missing one that's really silly. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about something we were exploiting earlier on the bosses, but I'm going to use a little bit of a hard number so you have a bit better reference. So 3 souls are generally the cap, or not the cap, is usually the standard amount. It's like the baseline. The game assumes you owe 3 souls. So if you remember, chat, when we fought the previous boss, I was purposely using break souls to give the bosses souls. Let's talk about what I was specifically manipulating when I was doing that, just to do more damage. So if the boss had only 3 souls, they get just a flat 1 modifier to things like damage taken, chances of applying status effects. But when I was pumping them up to, I think I got one of the bosses up to 5. Just to give you an idea of what that kind of does to the boss. 5 souls makes the boss take 20% more damage. It causes their ability to give you status effects. It reduces it to 66% effectiveness. And it gives us a 80% bonus to cause status effects on the enemy. So if you're wondering why I was making that one of the bosses look super easy, it's because I just pumped all of our souls early into the fight, and then we just kind of wombo comboed the boss with a Mystic Art. Generally speaking, you don't need to do that, but it is very amusing to do once you realize that every time you break soul, the character you're targeting gets the soul. Realizing that is so key to getting really ridiculous damage. Zelda saying Shigure with Rope Girl in the party and without him is different. Indeed it is. I think, actually, funny enough, the only one that I think I missed on stream in one playthrough, ironically, was, I think... I don't want to spoil the name of the boss, but I'm gonna say it was a boss that uses a Mystic Art to revive. I'll put it that way. I actually didn't trigger it in the playthrough that I did on stream, and I'm like, how is this possible? How did I beat this boss without triggering it? Okay. And I just shrugged. I was like, I don't understand, but I'll take it. I mean, I'll take the easier fight on stream. So I think I missed that one in this playthrough. It's so silly. Yeah, so we have a complete joke team because we were just doing arena fights. And I feel like that was actually about all I have to say in terms of mechanics, but definitely if the chat has any questions in regard to that. I do have notes that I've been trying to take and compile from different sources. So we apparently maxed the title. That's kind of nice. Hey, wind attack power plus 7%. That is very Aizen. So we're going to get more equipment here. Some of it might be useful to us. I'm not sure. Oh, hey, we got a force ring. Now, we have to make sure before we leave that we have to, well, probably change the costumes back because we're going to go back into cutscenes. But also, we're going to go and make sure we get the cat chest. I actually forget if on stream we unlocked all the cat chests. I'm pretty sure we got very close. I might have missed maybe one, but we're going to make sure on stream this time now that it's recorded. We're going to make sure to get all the cat chests. Yeah, we had a lineup of the squad. That was also a pretty good screenshot, I'm not gonna lie. Do I have the legacy outfits? I don't know what you mean, so the answer to that is probably no. I could very briefly show you what I have, because I have to set people back to what they were using. But, I just have most of the standards. I still have to earn the right to get the waiting mini game outfits for I think 2 characters. I have to work my way up to that. Let's set them back to what we're using for other things. Oh wow. I thought that was Velvet at first because I normally put Velvet in the Void one. So sorry Massive Haircut. You're gonna block every cutscene otherwise. But hey, every time we do an arena chat, just remind me, we could put all sorts of goofy things. If I'm doing something that's just like leveling, especially post-game. Oh, chat, I want you to go wild in the post-game. Because there are basically no cutscenes. So it's fun. So I think that just about does it from a leveling standpoint. I should probably double check to see what we've mastered in the meantime. Since we've not really touched our elements at all. Looks like Aizen still has quite a lot to learn. That's a bit of a shame. Speaking of which, I was talking about the colorful waistcoat, and indeed it adds 90 physical and 90 magic. But unfortunately, I think we've learned everything? Question mark? Oh yeah, except for the jet black. We're so close with the jet black. Not too bad, chat. I'm just inspecting for the first time what we actually acquired. Oh, why is he using a +1 when I have a +2? That doesn't make any sense. Or he could even just be using this. Hmm. Is there oh, he hasn't even learned the boots yet. Oh, I should be doing this one anyway. It's not even a question. The Legacy costumes have battle music from their games, so I wear the Tales of Abyss costume for the battle music from Abyss. Oh, okay. I think I understand what you mean. Yeah, I don't think I have any of those. I was just trying to think about if there's ones I would consider. I don't know. To me, as much as I listen to the Tales music, honestly, the only time I really think of the battle theme that I like. Oh, he actually capped this. Oops. The only time I could think of a battle theme where I get like really into it would probably be like Xillia. I was just trying to think about it, like which Tales music I like the most. Oh, please get me off of Secret Histories. I mean, I like the non-elemental attack, but the fact that it doesn't have the art cast faster kind of makes this weapon useless at the moment. We'll probably level this at some point, but right now we're just gonna keep learning new skills. Hello. Why does Lafisa have 631 attack power? Oh, okay. I mean, why not, chat? Why not? Why not? Just Laffy set things. Just shrug. Oh, she should be able to learn something new. There we go. So we still have some pretty mediocre gear on. Because again, we don't have a lot of equipment. This is probably the first time we've gotten a whole bunch of equipment to help us out. Do I have any spare boots that they haven't learned yet? Other than Runner's High? No. That's a shame. Oh, we've moved up to a new weapon. Okay. I mean, I'll take the magic defense for later. I don't really want it in this upcoming fight, but we'll acknowledge it's there. Oh, we got a new weapon. Scorching capability up. I think for the boss, I'm going to leave it on this one for now. But that's okay. Ooh. He has some pretty bad stats right now. Even Velvet is not really looking all that great in terms of stats. Little Boy, on the other hand, he's ready to dunk a boss. Just... he wants to double the attack. Doesn't make any sense. Farewell, Pompadour, says the chat. Oh boy. Let's just quickly go to... I don't know. Maybe Zexen. The reason I want to do this is I just want to upgrade our equipment, and then I think from there we could go to Vortigern. Oh, I went to the wrong place, but that's fine. We'll teleport to Vortigern manually. It's fine, chat. We could purchase items. This is like the only time we're gonna get equipment is if I go to another shop. So we might as well do so. The importance order in terms of leveling gear, as always, is weapon first. Everything else is optional. So we're just gonna buy duplicates because we also don't have a lot of spare materials. I'll spare you the enhancement, unenhancement stuff for the most part, but I think for this upcoming boss battle, I really don't want to go in with weak weapons, so I'm going to make sure we get any upgrades that we can. Yeah, like, that's just free damage. I should just do it. Quartz is already looking good. Don't have enough silver from other weapons. What a shame. Oh wait, I already have a Feldspar. Oops. Let me fix her, because she doesn't need this one. There we go, that gives us even more stats. That's much better. Okay, well, I will save you the unenhanced stuff, but let's at least give him a +1. Anything else we could very quickly level? That is a good combination of things. I like the chance not to lose souls on Rokuro. That'll be fun to play with. Seeing too many things we could really adjust, unfortunately. I think that's about it for our accessories. We're pretty low on materials in general. And again, we want to make sure Break Soul Power is up on Aizen. I think that's the other priority. It would probably be weapon, accessory in that order, and everything else is optional. But we don't have any materials, so we're good. We'll enhance later, chat. We could probably still fight this boss on Chaos without any more upgrades. So let's see. Oh, now we could just warp almost to the place we need to go to. That's fine. So they said it's in Vortigern. Where specifically in Vortigern? The East Gate. Oh, it's just the right side. Okay. Well, chat, we're gonna see if we could do this. This will be fun. This is an entirely optional fight. You don't need to do it. We're still gonna do it anyway because we want to show it off. We'll even do it at, like, what level are we? Level 30-ish? Yeah, that's fine. This boss is probably gonna be like 100-something on Chaos. It'll be interesting. But for now, let's just kind of meander through. I'm sorry, what? I actually killed a monster on Chaos mode with surfing? I have never seen that before. Chat, that's actually a first. Normally, I'm just always in an encounter. Strange. Oh, I don't have the geotree for here. I have to walk, chat. What a disappointment. One thing I would like to say is, if I was gonna take a mod for the game, I think I mentioned this in the previous session, I would love a speed up mod. Oh, walk speed in this game is something, chat. So we're gonna have to look for the geotree at some point. I don't recall where that is offhand. Hopefully we'll come across it naturally. So again, we're gonna try to avoid all encounters. We want to go straight there. I think we should be good because our AI was set not to use Blast Gauge. So we should be set up for this boss fight. Oh, speaking of which, chat, I might end up purchasing Symphonia, I think on Steam. I was thinking about it the other day. I think I saw a sale for it. It's probably gonna feel very stiff to me, going back to that kind of older playstyle, but we'll try it out, I think. Ha, cutscene chat.
I see you've come, Shigure.
Count Capelus. It's been a long time.
Oh, wait. Is that you, Rokuro? Leave now. You are not the one who I summoned here. I want your brother, the traitor Shigure.
Sir, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Shigure's execution was assigned to me.
Ha! Oh, please. Don't make me laugh. You had your chance. You couldn't even scratch him, you wretched dog. Frankly, I don't need any Rangetsu to do my bidding any longer. Not with the power that I've attained by devouring everyone in the entire manor. I shall administer your punishments myself, with my own hand.
You're the one who devoured the people at the manor? How could you do that?
I never knew humans were so delicious. After I make a meal of you and the rest of those damnable exorcists, this will be my kingdom, my feeding ground!
Welp, it looks like the only thing that got abducted was this guy's conscience.
Remain there, Rokuro. Your lord commands you. Wait and be thankful that your blood will stain my blade beside your brother's.
There's no reasoning with this guy.
Wait.
Rokuro?
I refuse. If you simply wanted to eat flesh, then perhaps I wouldn't stop you. But dying to you would make a mockery of the Rangetsu name. Turn your blade on me or my brother and we won't hold back. Not even against an impotent lord.
You! How dare you speak to your master like that?
So I want to be very clear, chat. Oh, it gave us the chaos level. Oh, maybe when we were checking the code red, that's what level they were. Okay. But you'll notice his stats are completely absurd. This is gonna be an interesting fight. Let's see, what do I have to look out for? 2% chance to instantly defeat a stunned foe. Well, chat, if I get stunned at all, game over. I think between the damage increase I'll take and everything else, I'll die instantly. His weakness is water, which is not great. He also has resistances to physical, fire, and earth, which really suck for Velvet, by the way. I mean, I have Twin Whip, but this is going to be kind of an annoying fight. I would also like to say, chat, I was not skipping the dialogue when he was talking. The game is like that normally. I don't know why.
Ungrateful cur!
Also, I just realized I'm not the right character.
This cur has...
I know he's in the middle of speaking, but I need to double check something. Okay, Twin Whip is this one. Do I have everything I need to defeat him in the combo chain already? No, see, I have Sonic Thrust. Poison's here. Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Thanks, he's all too happy to use.
Oh, he's got Fiend and Undead. Oh, that sucks, because I don't think Velvet has those yet. I remembered armor, and then I'm like, was he demi-human? That's what I was checking. Wow, I can't hit any of his weaknesses with Velvet. We're too low level. That's fine. We're gonna have to believe in Twin Whip, chat. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough souls, so I need to give him some more souls. Ooh, we're living on the edge here, chat. I did not mean to tag swap there, actually. That was kind of a mistake. Alright, we're gonna back up slightly. New strategy. As you can see, we're not really hurting this boss, which is not a good sign. But chat, we could always cheese this boss out. It's fine. He's a slow walker. Let's take advantage of it. We can force him to guard, chat. It's fine. Like, listen, if he doesn't want to take damage from Velvet, that's not my fault. Poor boss, right, chat? He's got 5 souls, so I can almost go in on him. Again, he'll take enhanced damage for a little bit. And I'm not trying to get souls back from him. Let's chip him a little more. Then I'll try Velvet again. I want to make sure Velvet has more health. So I'm going to flash step in so I can get in range with Velvet. Unfortunately, he blocked my advance, which is not what I was hoping he would do. I'm gonna do this for the soul, not because this will do damage. There we go, I finally got a stun. What a stubborn boss, chat. Let's take that soul. I think we kind of need it. So unfortunately, a lot of our moves have physical elements. My goal is to hopefully combo him, but our allies are actually not cooperating with us, unfortunately. We're gonna keep going, chat. I think we could beat him. He's not super crazy hard, as I said before, but his stats are insane, which is kind of annoying. I keep trying to hit him with the water move, but it's not working. So chat, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to change our moves a little bit so that way I can hit the weakness more easily. So I'm gonna get rid of Tearing Thorn for now. Let's make this Twin Whip, because I need a combo that doesn't repeat moves. So Water into Shell Splitter is probably okay. Wind, I think he's neutral to, so this should be okay, and it gives defense down. And Soaring Dragon does not work in this, so I'm gonna change it to maybe Water Snake's Wake. So we need a chain that hits more of his weaknesses and or at least ignores other elements. Also, I could make instead of this, I could make it make a Sonic Thrust, actually. I think that might make more sense. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. I think if he has a weakness of type, it overrides the elemental resistance, I believe. Unfortunately, we could kind of abuse the fact that Velvet's basically immortal. Oh, we dropped the combo. So close, chat. Ooh, okay, so we're keeping him at a pretty high soul count, which is good for us. Oh, if I didn't drop the combo there, chat, I 100% would have Mystic Hearted. We would have done so much damage there. Oh, I got hit from behind. That sucked. That is absolutely not what I wanted to have happen. Oh no! Oh, come on. What? Chat, I was definitely holding Break Soul and she definitely just tag swapped. Oh, that was such an error. Oh, chat, I didn't want to die there. That sucks. I want the experience, so you're gonna have to come back, Velvet. I'm not 100% certain why that happened, because I was definitely holding Break Soul. Darn, we almost didn't have a death. So close, chat. I got impatient, I think, with it. You can see this enemy is gonna take forever to kill. Fortunately, that attack actually, I don't think we need Megasonic Thrust. She seems to only be using Megasonic Thrust. Can I just make this something quick that the boss is not resistant to? Not Moonlight Cyclone, that would be a huge mistake. Oh, we really don't have a good alternative. Because the boss is resistant to everything other than wind, and wind is one of her worst elements. I'm not really sure. We'll put it on Slicing Foot, I guess, just to speed it up. Next time I get a stun, I'm gonna try to finish the boss. Oh, I got it, but I couldn't react to it in time. That sucked. I was expecting it a little later in my combo. Run, little boy, run! Come on, get a weakness hit. I need our allies to kind of help us out with this. Alright, we're dodging that for sure. I like that I dodged, but I took so much damage that I'm at 1 health anyway. It just doesn't matter. Oh, if we got the stun there, I would have finished. Okay, I'm gonna go for the bonus soul. I think we kind of need it. And again, the more break souls we get in the combo, the more damage we can do. This boss is being kind of stubborn, and it does not like to be stunned, apparently. Oh, they killed Aizen. That sucks. He did mess up. Man, AI was also doing so well up until that point. Oh. Let's get that soul. I kind of want the souls. Alright, I think next time I get anything, I'm just gonna combo this boss to death. This boss fight is going on forever due to his health. Okay, let's just end the boss. We're done with the fight, chat. Oh wait, Aizen has no meter. Oh, he trolled me. Wait a minute. Oh, he ruined my combo. Oops, I forgot, chat. It's okay, we'll get more meter. We'll start again. I have to remember Aizen is not there with this combo. Why is this boss not getting stunned anymore? What is happening? Hello? This is fine. Even without the stun, I think we got this.
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Stand up!
Now, rise, arise, ascending, angel!
I overestimated its health. That sucks. We got time though, chat. Oh, we finally got a stun. Too late now, though. But I couldn't stun him when he was at like 5 souls for some reason. It was weird. What a stubborn boss, chat. Oh, he died anyway.
Put up some fight.
Oh, he doesn't even give experience. Oh, I forgot he doesn't give experience. Oh, that sucks. I wouldn't even bother reviving if I remembered that. Oh well, chat. We beat him anyway. Let's see. We got increased stun duration, which would probably have been helpful if that had been learned before we got to that point. Because we were like just shy of stun locking him. So hopefully that will let us go all the way there. So non-elemental damage up. Not really important on Rokuro, honestly. I feel like we're only going to be using Hurricane Thrust when we do select him. Got Mithril Bag. I guess it's kind of good.
Sorry. I know you were hoping to negotiate an alliance.
Don't worry. I don't think he's someone we could fight alongside.
Come on, Rokuro. You wanted to kill him from the very start, didn't you?
No. Well, maybe a little.
So you did want to.
You're a pretty scary guy when push comes to shove. Whatever happened to honoring your ancestral debt?
I don't think I'm a hypocrite. My debt was made when I was human. That has nothing to do with the demon I am now.
That's how you really look at it?
I do. I incurred my debt toward you after I became a demon, and you can count on me to repay it.
I'll take your word for it then.
But Rokuro, when the Count said he was going to kill Lord Shigure, was that really something impossible to forgive?
How do I say it? I will kill anyone who disparages Rangetsu's skill. That's all. That's just nonsense. I'm sure I sound like the Count. I won't ask you to understand.
Of course I don't understand. But still, I don't think it's nonsense. There are just some things a person can't surrender.
There are just some things a person can't surrender, chat. And that's more rewards from the expedition. Where, oh where, is the Geotree? I wish it showed up on the minimap. I'm hoping it's closer to the entrance. I'm just gonna assume it's closer to the entrance, chat. Like, I really don't remember where this is. Alright, so let's go back to the front. So I would believe they would make it easy to get to from here. So let's just very quickly dip our head into the other places to look. Since there's the room with the 5 doors. Presumably one of them will lead us there. So I'm assuming it's not to the right. Is it like to the left? Oh, it is. Okay. That's not too bad. I was worried it was going to put it on the far west side. Like all the way on the left, because that would have been atrocious. So we could do a little bit of Geotree clearing, and I think we're almost done with all the optional events. I don't have any more skits listed for me to remember to go check. So, you know, progress made, chat. There should still be... See, we have the West Laban Tunnel and the East Laban Tunnel. So, oh, I never backtracked to where we came in originally. That's right. I totally forgot that was the location, chat. Whoops. Remember that dungeon we went to with Aizen? Like, where we first got Aizen? We haven't been back there. Oh, I killed that enemy on Chaos Mode. That's such a weird feeling, chat. Let's go ahead and do that now. That's probably why I'm off on my Geotree count. Yeah, it was just right here, chat. Look how easy that was. Silly me, chat. I should have just checked. So one thing I want to re-verify. Was there a place we could only get to with the geoboard? I don't remember. No. Not in this area.
We can do this.
I did not mean to get into an encounter, but it is what it is. We might as well build a little meter, chat.
I did good, didn't I?
Wow, that was fast even for Chaos Mode. I feel kind of bad for them, chat. Like, that was just unnecessary. Unnecessary roughness, chat. So, let's see. What else are we missing on our world map? We should be seeing nothing but dots. Oh, we could see an unidentified area to the right, but we'll be going there and plot very soon. Oh, I didn't even go to Borona. Oh my gosh. What am I doing, chat? Let's go to Logris. I wonder why I don't have enough geotrees. So again, chat, today will be mostly just build up for the big event, as I said before. So we're just kind of clearing up some side area stuff. But essentially, I want to break it down a bit more cleanly. When we go to set sail for the new location, I want that to be its own video. Because it's like every moment, everything from that point onward is phenomenal. But we're just messing around now. We're just doing some casual clearing of things, as it were. And actually, you know what? I was thinking today would be kind of a shorter stream, but I think we could extend this one a little bit, because we've been messing around a bit, but not too long, I must say. So let's go ahead and use this teleporter to go closer to the cathedral, where we investigated a certain religious figure. This doesn't seem like a good time to go to the villa. Should keep our distance. The Abbot might be keeping it. Oh, we're not allowed to backtrack here. What a shame, chat. At least we have a reason, I guess. Alright, what else on the world map have we not gotten a geotree from? Also, I like that you could teleport somewhere and immediately menu, and it doesn't remove the music right away. I do like that. I don't think we could go to the Empyrean's throne again. Small grotto. I don't think this area has opened up for us yet. I think it's still restricted. We could double check that, I guess. We definitely cannot go to the south yet. Yeah, so I think we got almost everything. The only thing we're missing is Logris, Small Grotto, Empyrean Throne. Almedes, we can't go there yet. Yeah, I think we have just about everything, chat. We'll just double check if the bonus dungeon has opened up. That's about it. Yes, we investigated Saray style. But we're just gonna go sweep to the south just to see if it's available. I forget when specifically this area opens up, so we'll check between major plot points. Because again, we saw that like the Sea Fortress Vortigern was not available until the game gave us a plot point. I mean, I guess I could technically wait for the skit that lets us get here, but I'd prefer not to if we could go earlier. So hope you're ready, chat. We're gonna begin one of the best story arcs in the game. Then we're gonna have like a little bit of a break once we conclude it. And by break, I mean some of the hardest boss fights for a casual playthrough. And then we're gonna go to my second favorite part of the game, which is arguably also my favorite part of the game, because honestly, there's a lot of really great scenes in there. It's kind of hard to say. I'll just say both of these are my favorite parts. It's kind of hard to choose. I like them for very different reasons. Trying to leave it as ambiguous as possible for people that have not seen the game before. So I think we are done. I don't think there's anything else we could do here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pause briefly once we go purchase some equipment pieces. And yeah, let's continue with the plot. We should be able to clear out most of the first location. That's the goal. And in video format, I just want to make sure it gives me a natural stopping point for the recording. I will not pause the stream otherwise. So yeah, let's just go purchase some equipment, and we'll double check the other towns just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and that's about it, chat. Yeah, actually I could do that from here. Yeah, nothing in Hell of Ease. I keep forgetting to use a different button. That throws me off so much. And nothing in Hellawes. Nothing in Beardsley. Okay, chat. One thing that drives me crazy, you hit the top button for the world map, then you check out a location, then you search it, then you go here, and then you sort through. If you hit the back button, it closes the map out, and I need to tell myself that you don't hit back, because that's what you would think to do if you just want to go back one screen, you hit back. But no, you have to hit world map again for some reason. That always throws me off, chat. It's just that will never feel good to me in terms of menuing. Especially since I have to reset everything we looked at. So I don't think there's anything else for us to take a look at then. Yeah, I don't think there's any skits here. So let's just purchase from here then. Get some feldspar paper. Oh, we don't have this weapon at all. I'll take the free damage. Unfortunately, it's for wind, one of the most useless elements on Velvet at the moment, so that's just not ever going to be used as intended. Oh, we got another colorful waistcoat. That's nice. I mean, there's small bonuses, chat. We can enjoy it. A lot of amphibial, so I could improve that for later. I think that's also a good reason to have a break in between. It's definitely before we go to the harder bosses. I need to do some serious disenchanting to make sure we're ready for them. So having like 17 amphibial there will definitely help us out a lot. Again, I really don't want to see coarse powder. That's like one of the worst things I could get. It's just so easy to get. It's just any other item would be more useful. Oh, there's a new thing here. Protective hops. Items, time you can't use items reduced by 20%. I mean, like, Laphicet's already done. I might as well just make him wear these. He still has, like, almost 600 attack power. It makes no sense. I think there's any new armor that can be learned, unfortunately. I'll swap him out with Aizen. Goodbye, your art magic damage. I think there's anything in here that's not learned by him other than protective hops. What a shame, chat. So I think we are pretty much good to go then. Oh, an herb respawned. I'm not really sure why that respawned, but we'll take it. I'm not used to this one coming back so early. See, like, it wants us to give it to Aizen because his defense is trash, but we're giving it to Little Boy. If you're wondering why Aizen exploded at the boss fight, that screen right there explains everything. Just no defense. What? Both red herbs came back. Okay, I haven't had that happen in a playthrough yet, but that was convenient. Might as well make Little Boy do more damage, because of course. So I'm going to pause here just for 1 second, and I'm going to restart the recording. So for people that are watching on YouTube, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait a little longer. But for everybody else, we're going to take a little short break. I'm going to go refill water. And when I return, we'll get to the best part of the game. Or at least in my opinion.